Grab a brew and tune in to the High Ticket Review. In each episode, you'll get a rewind of the misses, makes, and definitely magic of live high-ticket sales calls from a veteran sales consultant, Will DeShazo, who has held more than 15,000 calls and trained multiple 8-figure companies, all while developing a simple winning framework to close your next call. From objection handling,
I'm gonna need to sleep on this,
to on-call close techniques, the High Ticket Review has you covered up in talk tracks that convert to dollars. Now, on to today's training. All right, so if you are a business owner and you run a coaching business and you take discovery calls to sell your coaching or consulting business, raise your hand if ever you have been stood up for a follow-up call. Like completely stood up, and you were excited and you thought, oh my gosh, John's definitely going to join the program. It's designed for him. It's built for him. He is going to see transformation with me. I cannot wait to work with John. It's going to be incredible. And then you call him and you're getting ready and you're excited and you're going to answer any questions and you've got your payment processor pulled up and you're ready to rock and roll. And then what happens? Yeah, John doesn't answer. He doesn't answer. And you're like, what, dude, John, what's going on? And you call him and you text him and you're like, hey man, well, you missed our appointment. You still ready to get started? I thought you were ready to go. And it gets all weird and then it gets a little sleazy and then John never replies. And then all of a sudden John's off the face of the earth and you never hear from him again. This happens a lot. This happened, not to me, and hopefully not to you after today's episode, but this happens a lot. So what I'm going to give you today is 4 text messages. That's it. 4 text messages for you to send to your prospect if you get ghosted. Meaning if they don't answer the call for your follow-up call, 1 or 2 days, 3 days after your initial conversation, if they don't answer, here's what you're going to send them via text. This is it. It's really simple. And there's a reason behind each of these text messages that I'll break down the logic as to why the texts are the way that they are. All right. Generally speaking, though, when people ghost you, the train has left the station and they got left at the freaking platform. Right? Like you dipped, you ran on without them, and there was something that you didn't unpack for them that is holding them back from joining you on this journey. And we'll get to that in just a little while, but it's important that you address the elephant in the room with that. Okay? So there's 4 text messages. One of them you're going to send directly after they don't answer. And that is this. Hey, John, it's Will here. I got your voicemail for our 2 o'clock call that you had scheduled with me. Is everything okay on your end? ? That's it. That's all I'm going to send. Because if we send something aggressive, like I thought you were a great fit, or we were going to talk about the program, or whatever, like, here's the truth. They could just be behind. Here's the truth. They could just be having a crazy day. Do you see what I mean? Right? So we don't want to go into like this blame, like, oh my gosh, they're bailing on me already mode. We just want to check in. Is everything okay on your end? And notice how it ends with a question mark. I want all of my text messages to invoke a response. And if you ask me a question and you end your text with a question mark and you're a friend of mine, I'm going to leave you unread and I'm going to reply to you because I feel like I have to reply. You asked me a question. It's just human nature that I actually reply to you. But if you left it with a period, I don't really have any need to reply to you, right? If you said, hey, it's Will, I got your voicemail. We were scheduled for 2 o'clock. Like, I don't have any need to reply. But if you're like, hey, I got your voicemail for the 2 o'clock call that you scheduled with me. Is everything okay? ? I feel this consciousness to reply because I'm a good human being. Do you see? And I'm probably going to say, hey, yeah, everything was good, fine, but here's the thing, and I'm going to share with you my objection. Great. That's what I'm looking for. I want to work through that and schedule another call with you when I get that objection. However, they might ghost that message too. No sweat. I'm not sweating it. The next day, okay? The next day after they ghosted you, Hey, John, did you decide to move on from, what was their goal with you? Losing 15 pounds in the next 90 days, doubling lead volume in your business, running a business without Facebook ads, scaling and growing in a simple conversational way with sales. What's their goal? What is their need? What is their target that they were after with booking a call with you and potentially hiring you? Hey, John, did you decide to move on from ? The intention here is that it invokes a response like, no, I'm still working. I want that. I'm in on that, but here's where I'm at, right? That's it. That's all you got to send on day 2. Oftentimes, day 2 does not create a reply. Day 3 nearly always creates a reply. By the way, you could combine this day 1 and day 2 there. You could combine these into one day. Hey, John, did you decide to move on from your goal of ? You can send that in the morning, and then you can send this next text 3 in the afternoon, or send it the following day. Here's the moneymaker. Here's the breadwinner text message to get your ghost to come back to earth and reply. Here it is. Ready? Was just thinking, ... Maybe we went too fast and got ahead of ourselves. Happy to carve out a 30-minute Q&A sesh just for the 2 of us. Would that be helpful for you? ? Would that be helpful for you? ? Okay, so here's what's happening. What I told you earlier is true. You left the station. The bullet train went on to Rome from Tuscany, and it's flying down the tracks, and you left your prospect behind. They are standing at the platform alone with their bags because they were too afraid to join. And they didn't want to tell you that, but they were. So we need to meet them where they are. We got to rewind the hands of time here and go back to the station. Go back to the platform and meet them where they are. If we went too far too fast, we need to come back. We need to remove all sales friction. We need to remove any language about our program and joining or any of that. The train left. We got to come back. Hey, I was just thinking, man to man here. Hey, thought to thought here. Genuine. I was just thinking, maybe we went too fast. That's their objection. I feel like I'm going too fast. I feel like I maybe am just committing here too quickly. I just want them to hear me out. So I'm going to talk about that objection right here. Maybe we went too fast and we actually just got ahead of ourselves. Now I'm going to give an answer to that objection. Happy to carve out a 30-minute Q&A session just for the 2 of us. I'm giving them more time. I'm giving them the ability to breathe. I'm pressing the easy button. I'm allowing this to the air to come out. And then I'm asking CTA, would that be helpful to you? Would that be helpful to you? Again, I want a question mark there to invoke a response. This text message has like a 90% reply rate. It is so huge. People are so appreciative. Oftentimes they're like, yes, I feel the same way. Can you talk Wednesday? Yes, somewhat, but here's what's really going on. Do you mind if we maybe connect on Thursday? That's what you're going to get here. And it's going to give you another opportunity to get back in front of this person, to truly listen and engage with them and see if you can win the opportunity. That's it, right? Now, if they don't reply there, you're going into your final text number 4. Hey, John, just a heads up, and this is my polite way of taking it away because this gives you closure. As a coach, you don't want to end up in follow-up purgatory, follow-up la-la land. It's the worst place ever. Trust me, we've all been there. I've been there plenty of times. I've learned from it. John, just a heads up. I'm not here to chase you down, just to change you. So this will be my last time to reach out. Emoji, smiley face, thumbs up, whatever. Curious though, are you still looking to prioritize goal here through the end of the year, for the next 3 months, for the next quarter? Put a timeline on it. Right? One more question. And they're probably going to be like, yes, it's just not right now. Circle back with me in a couple of months. Then you can put them in your long-term follow-up. That's great. Now they're not a ghost anymore. Okay, right? So John, I'm going to call them by name. John, just a heads up. And they're like, well, what's the heads up, right? That's their first sentence that they see on their text. Just a heads up. Well, I'm not here to chase you. I'm only here to change you. And that is the truth, you guys. We are not here to chase anybody down. We are not a part of sleazy and salesy tactics here. We're just here to transform our clients. That's it. That's all that we care about is transformation here. So look, I'm not here to chase you. I'm here to change you. And what that's going to do is pattern interrupt them. I thought they were trying to bring me into this program. I thought that they were calling and texting for me to like join and pay them $5,000. Oh, it shows this genuineness of where your heart is, and you don't need the deal. You are now taking it away from them, and that is so important. Just like going back to if you're married or if you're dating and you've lost dates because you've over pursued, right? Yeah, all of us have. Listen, I knew that I was going to marry Haley, my wife of 7 years now. I knew that I was going to marry her the first night I met her, but she couldn't know that. I couldn't tell her that. If I pursued like that, walls would go up. She'd be out, man, right? So I slow played it slowly, right? Won her over. It took a little bit of time, 3 years, but won her over. Okay? So it's the same concept here. I'm going to start to take it away. And then, hey, just as a heads up, this will be my last time to reach out. So I'm going to set expectations now. This is my last time to reach out so that they know I'm not chasing down anymore. You can breathe easy. You're off my quote unquote list, right? Now, one last CTA. Hey, I am curious though. Are you still prioritizing insert that goal over the next 3 months? Question mark. Over the next 6 months, over the next year, whatever their timeline there was. And what that does is it implies to them, okay, they're not chasing me down. They're not after me any longer. I can be honest. I can be thorough here. Hey, I am, but here's what the thing is. Great. Maybe, just maybe, you can drum back up another conversation to win them. But worst case scenario, you move on from follow-up purgatory, follow-up la land. Middle ground scenario, they say, hey, yeah, it's just not right now because of X and Y and Z going on. Put me on your long-term follow-up. I'd love to talk in August. And you can have a little bit of long-term follow-up. Best case scenario, they reply back, I am, but here's my objection. You can meet them where they are. Train left the platform. Come back to the platform. Book another Q&A session. And then they might be ready to rock and roll. You might win that opportunity. Okay? So leverage this. Use this when your follow-up doesn't answer. And they're MIA, and you don't know what to do to win them back. Send these 4 text messages over 3 or 4 days. They will work wonders for you. Now, none of this matters if you don't go implement it. So the next time you have a ghost, remember this episode, go back to it, and send these text messages scripts. Cannot wait to hear what happens as a result. I would almost guarantee you that you'll get a reply on text message 3 when you take the train back to the station and you meet your prospect where they are on the platform. We'll see you next episode, folks. All right, you just listened to the High Ticket Review. And by the way, this podcast is completely supported by you, a high ticket closer, business owner, or salesperson. So make sure to smash that subscribe button to close higher dollar deals faster. And don't forget, go implement what you heard today. Opportunity is right around the bend on the other end of every single call that you take. See you next time.